Starting on your hands and knees, the first move is pointers. You're going to extend one arm and the opposite leg out nice and long, making sure to stay on that horizontal line and avoid reaching up for the ceiling. Keeping the core engaged and making sure the hips don't shift from side to side as you're switching sides. From here, we'll go into some shoulder threads. You'll take your right arm and reach through under your left arm, resting your head and shoulder on the floor for one full breath, coming back up for the inhale, reaching with the opposite side for the exhale, and taking your time, making sure to get in a nice full breath for each side. We're going to go one more full breath for each side, checking in with your breath and making sure not to rush it. Inhaling here and exhaling, nice big exhale as you reach to the other side. Coming up onto your hands and straightening out your legs. You're going to hold a nice solid plank here. Everything is active, pushing the floor away, core is engaged, legs are engaged, and glutes. When you're ready, you're going to shift back into a split down dog, pushing the floor away and extending your right leg, then coming forward and swinging that right leg close to your hand, sending it back up, and then reaching forward for a runner's lunge. From here, you'll take the right arm and reach up for the ceiling, bringing it back to the floor and back to a plank. And we'll do the same on the left, reaching up in a down dog with the left, swinging it around, bringing it back up, and then forward into a runner's lunge. Taking that left arm and reaching way up for the ceiling, pushing the floor away with the right, bringing that left hand back and returning to plank. Reaching up for a split down dog with the right, sending that leg like a wiper to the front, sending it back, and then bringing it forward for your runner's lunge, sinking down nice and low, and then reaching that right arm up toward the ceiling. Back down to the floor and into plank. Repeating on the left, swinging that leg up, bringing it back up to split down dog, and then to runner's lunge. Take your time here with these movements. We have a couple more rounds on each side. Focus on your breath. Keep the shoulders strong, actively pushing that floor away the entire time. Here's your last one on the left, reaching up in that split down dog, swinging that leg around, then bringing it back up and then forward for your runner's lunge. Left arm reaching up nice and high for the ceiling. And then when you bring it back down, you're coming back into plank. And then you can drop your knees and push back into a child's pose. Take some deep breaths here. Stretch the shoulders. And then you're going to reach to one side. Taking your time, getting the stretch that you need, and then reaching to the other side, sitting back. From here, you're gonna take your time and curl your toes under, and you're gonna sit back on your feet. If this is too much for your feet, you can just rest on the tops. This is a great stretch for the feet. Hands on your head, chest open. Take a nice deep breath. You're going to exhale as you rotate to the left, and then take your time and bend to the left. Lift the shoulders again, rotate again, bend again. Come on up, and one last rotation, no bend this time. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, rotate to the right, bend to the right. Rotate a little bit more and bend again. Come on up and rotate, no bend. Inhale, bring everything to center. From here, take your time and take a seat on the floor with your legs extended out in front of you and reach for your feet. Trying to keep the spine as straight as you can so you're really leading with your chest and not just rounding over. Kind of kicking that tailbone back the whole time. Just nice deep breaths, don't force anything here. Now you'll take your right leg and pull the knee up and then drop it to the side so you're in a long figure four, and then reach for that left foot. So you should feel a pretty big stretch down through the right hip. So take your time, again leading with the chest. If you can't reach your foot, it's okay. Just taking some nice deep breaths in this position. Take your time and then come on up, extend both legs. Now pull up the left knee and drop it down to the side so you have a figure four on the other side, and reach for that right foot. Nice big reach, not forcing anything. When you're ready, you can come on up and position yourself for a 90-90 stretch. So one leg is bent in 90 degrees in front of you, and then the other leg kicks back at 90 degrees. And you're going to reach forward with your chest, leaning over that front leg, and then taking your time, positioning your hands behind you and leaning back for a stretch through the other hip. Take your time following your breath. You're going to go forward and back, gaining some range through these joints. Leaning forward one last time here. We'll hang out here for a little bit, bringing your arms in front so you can rest your head on your arms if you'd like. Really breathing into it, you should feel a really big stretch through that hip. And you can come on up and lean back one last time for this side. Then you can release your legs and repeat the position on the other side. So the leg that was in back is now in front, and the leg that was in front is now in back. And we'll do the same thing here. Reaching forward, taking your time, leading with your chest, and then leading back. And one more time to the front. You'll bring those arms around so you can rest your head. This side might feel completely different from the other side. Just make sure to keep breathing into it and taking your time. When you're ready, you can come on up and take that back leg and swing it around so the bottoms of your feet meet. Pull it in nice and close, pressing the knees down to the floor, leading with that chest and keeping that spine straight, and just leaning forward for your final stretch.